Buckle up everyone, we have been talking a lot about how cloud technology is changing the game. But we are about to take things to the next level.
Absolutely, Sarah. And for something this big, we need someone who's a mentor and a friend to everyone. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh, I know exactly who you mean. This is the man who is always ahead of the curve when the thing is about to help students. He has been instrumental in countless successful events. Any guesses, Vanshita?
Yeah. The one and only Ramni Kalra. Whether it's launching innovative cloud initiatives or organizing helping students in tech, he has been doing a great job. And today, drum roll please, he's going to help us kick off something huge.
So, cue the excitement. That's right, folk. We are about to witness the official cloud launch. Ramnik is here to break it down for us and show how we can harness the full potential of AWS to create something incredible.
So let's welcome the man of the hour, Mr. Ramni Kalra. Give it up, everyone.
Okay, perfect. Shall we test the energy again? How's the Josh? How's the Josh? Awesome. So I'm gonna take a lot of not a long 1 hour, 2 hours talk. We're gonna discuss about cloud computing. We're gonna discuss about AWS. We're gonna discuss about Cloud Club. So before I move on, may I know how many of you are from first year? Second year? Nice. Third year? Final year? Master students? Okay, do we have any PhD? Okay, awesome. Now, what I kindly request you to feel free to take the pics of the slides wherever you require, not mine. Okay. Obviously, I will tell you when you wanna take my pic and tag me on LinkedIn. That's what we are here for, to increase our network. So what we're gonna discuss today, it's more about cloud launching, and we are going to learn about cloud. And that's me from Nepal AWS Community Day, recently in April 2024. I'm a cloud support engineer in AWS Support Engineering, where we normally guide customers all across the globe about different issues, technical concerns, wherever they are facing to deploy their application on AWS Cloud, right? I am alive and supporter of AWS Cloud Club, that's why we are here. I am a public speaker and a volunteer for last 9+ years as an association, and given workshops to different students, faculties, professionals all across 30+ countries. And that's all started with lockdown in India. I'm a passionate stage lover. Ignore the stage spelling. That's for your attention. I gave you the attention. I'm a passionate introvert turned stage lover. When I was in my 12th grade, I was sitting in the end, like those people are sitting on the back, right? And there was a motivation speaker on 3rd August 2015, my first day in my college, and the speaker came. Can you please tell me which person would be more? Can you please close the legs? That would be good. Close the legs, yellow legs, yeah. So, he mentioned that, can you please tell me the student who scored 60% in the school and got into this college, who will be more happier, right? Or the 90% who scored well? Can I get the guesses? How many of you say that a 60% person would be more happy? Obviously, because he scored less and he got into a good college. And that was the whole opposite what was happening on that day. Everyone was shouting, sir, 90%, all bada khush hoega. I didn't know what happened to me. My legs were shaking, my hands were shaking. I just raised my hand. Sir, 60% all. And the speaker came to me, tuck, 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 tuck. My heartbeat was increasing. I just raised my hand for the opposite answer across 500+ students sitting in the auditorium. I was like, how to convey, how to justify my answer. That's what I was worried about. And since then, when I started volunteering, since my first semester in my BTech, the things started changing. And you see me standing alone. Obviously, they are there for supporting. But I'm an introvert turned public speaker. Moving on, let's quickly move on to the... So, we do have some glitches on the audio. I will try to play it. We'll see if that works. Otherwise, it's more open to understand about cloud. How many of you know about cloud? Raise your hands. Okay. Can I get some answer from you? What is cloud?
Storage. Online storage.
Okay. What about cloud computing? Anyone else? Yeah, go ahead.
applications. Just like we have much more space, so
Mhm.
it's cloud for
Okay.
our application. So we can deploy our own data over cloud.
Got it. Thank you so much. Now, if you more space on the digital storage, we're gonna pay and we can get more storage. Yes or no? Right? What is it? No, I'm talking about what is the feature of cloud computing? Scalability. Right? When you're putting some money, you're paying something and you're getting the enhancement in the storage, enhancement in the features. And that's what cloud is for. You pay as you go. Yes or no? Yes. And that's what cloud is all about. Don't ever cut our nose in front of the media if they are asking you cloud computing and you're saying, sir, cloud in the sky. Don't say that, you are technical people, okay? Now, we will understand what is AWS, who we are, right? How many of you know about AWS? AWS is a platform, cloud platform, where you can get all your resources, application deployed, right? The name itself, computing, right? What do you mean by computing? We used to get calculator, physical calculator, right? We compute something, right? And if we do some manipulation on the cloud, right? We don't need a physical server. I don't need a laptop, right? If let's say my laptop is a server for you, I just started a hotspot on my laptop. You guys can connect to it, yes or no? Can anyone else outside this room can connect to it? If the range is there, they can, but we can say that my laptop is only applicable to the people who are sitting here. So what is it? Private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud? Why is it so? It's limited to the people who are sitting here, right? What we are forming up here? We are forming a virtual private network. I'm not asking you to take a replica and buy the same product to you at your home and you can get the access. It's all about digitalization, right? It's more about virtualization. And that's what all cloud computing is all about. And AWS, we provide a lot of services, and that's what we're going to see in the upcoming slides. So these are the advantages to move to the cloud as we were talking about, right? Agility. So you don't need to worry about the deployment process, and you don't need to worry about, okay, I'm going to develop it, I'm going to go to the data center, I'm going to pull a server and put into the... We can't do that, right? We don't do that. Is it so? Yes or no? Right? We don't do that. How many of you use Facebook? Instagram? Snapchat? TikTok is banned. LinkedIn? Awesome. That's great to see you on the poll of the LinkedIn. So we are posting our photos, videos, posts and all those things. Where are these stored? Where are these getting stored? Cloud of that particular company. And what do you mean by cloud? Couple of storage, couple of servers, couple of systems which are having some hard disks or something, right? And that is called as data center. Yes or no? Yes. And that's what we're going to discuss next. Now coming to the second part, if we are not worried about infrastructure, we are saving a lot of money. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Sona nahi hai. Be active with me, okay? Just get the 5% of the energy I am having on the stage. Then you will be attentive, okay? And don't look me in this way, I'll be afraid of you guys. Okay, so we are not consuming a lot of money to the hardware. We are not putting air conditioning to handle the data center, coolness of the servers and all those things. That's the cloud provider is doing. That is what AWS is doing, right? And that's why we are saving a lot of money. Even if there's a smaller, medium or biggest enterprise customers, they are using AWS, they are using cloud to utilize all these features listed on the slide. Elasticity we already talked about, right? And then we have innovate faster. Now as I mentioned, you don't need to worry about infrastructure. What you have to focus on? No, while you are developing the application, what do you have to focus on? The development part or not? While you do a software development in engineering, right? We develop the software, yes or no? And then we move on to test it, then we move on to deploy it, and then we get the continuous feedback from the customer, right? Now, what we say in cloud, you don't need to worry about exactly about the infra. Cloud provider is there to support you. You just focus on the development. You just focus on the testing is also automating, right? The last one is my favorite, go global in minutes. And that's what AWS provides you. We have the maximum of the continents and countries covered, where once you deploy an application on AWS Cloud sitting here in Indore, the application will be in seconds, will be accessible to everyone across the globe. Go global in minutes. You don't need to worry about going into, you're sitting in Indore, okay, let's take a flight to US, we will meet Sambit there, and we will ask Sambit, do you have a data center there? Can I deploy my application there? Can you please give the access? No, you don't need to worry about that at all. And that is what AWS provide you the advantage of. So, that's what we were talking about. Let's talk a little bit about this map. Which map is this? Thank God, you know what it is. And you're not sleeping. Awesome. So if you see all the blue dots there and the orange dots are the ones which are going to announce. And while I was refreshing this PPT for you guys, the count of regions were 32. And while I was preparing for this PPT, 2 regions are already announced. So that's why 34. So the way we are innovating faster in AWS and providing to all the customers like you all, because you are students, right? You're going to develop your minor major project. You're going to develop all your personal projects on the cloud, as you know about AWS and cloud now. Right? Now those are the parts which we need to understand. So, talking about AWS reason and AWS availability zone. So talk about AWS reason is as kind of a group of specific area where we have different sets of availability zones. By the name, if you say availability zones, what it sounds like in English? Where our application gonna be available. Yes or no? Yes. Right? And that's what the next part is, availability zone. Group of the data centers. So, these are the things which you can obviously check out on our AWS. You can just Google AWS Global Infrastructure and you will be able to understand those things. I will move on to make you understand the main segment, what we are here for. How many of you understood till now? AWS clear, cloud computing clear? Yes or no? Yes. The people who are sitting on the top, are you playing something? All good? Your phones are on silent? Awesome. So, AWS services. We have around 350 plus services now, right? So, these are all the services which you can use for focusing on your development rather than deployment. Right? Let's take an example. Today we have this SCD, okay? And I got you all registered on meetup.com, right? You all did that, yes? Conhub, the official website of this SCD Indore, right? You got some output of it, receipt or something, mail or something, right? And you might have shown that while you enter the campus, yes or no? Yes. What is it? You're storing the database of all of you as a participant onto cloud, right? They are not worried about do I need to get a pen and paper and verify, okay, this is A person, this is B person. Not at all, right? We are not in that era. Yes? And that's what the focus is. That's what we provide on AWS. Now we will focus on the aspects where we're going to talk about different customers, what they say, and popular customers, you already know them, you use them in their day in, day out basis. How many of you go to Subway? How many of you use Netflix? How many of you use Netflix? Come on guys, I know. Till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night, parents, why you are not sleeping? Sorry mom, sorry dad, I'm watching Netflix. One of the guys from AWS came on the stage and he was appreciating Netflix. I'm appreciating the movies on the Netflix. So, if we talk about Netflix, how Netflix is using AWS, right? Netflix is using AWS for the databases, analytics, recording engine, streaming the videos, all those things, platforms on their servers, right? We have around 1 lakh plus servers they are using on AWS. So if you see the activities, whatever is happening on Netflix, on the back end, AWS is taking care of that. Second, Toyota, how many of you heard about it? Toyota, right? Toyota cars? And that's what they use for keeping the track of the vehicle journey. You might have, if you have like 4-wheeler or 2-wheeler, right? You bought a new vehicle and they call you the exact kilometer or exact month when it hits for the service. Yes or no? And we are all like annoyed about that fact. Why they are calling again for the service? They are calling for you. And that's where they are using some cloud on the back end to help you out to track down when the service time is near. Yes? Third one, Samsung. How many of you know about it? We all know, right? And that's where, if you see the manager of marketing intelligence, Samsung Electronics, what they say, quote it, using Amazon SageMaker, that is one of the service where you can do machine learning model training and testing. They're using this is simple and the interface is user-friendly. Even a business analyst like me, can analyze the data insights using machine learning. So the UI of the AWS service is so easy that you don't need to worry about getting to a lot of complex terms, a lot of all those things. You know the way. You see that, right? You know about machine learning basics. You see, okay, there's a train button. Okay, I see upload button. Go ahead and upload your data set. Divide according to partition, select your algorithm. All good. Right? So easy. Even an 8th class or 10th, 7th class student can do that. Are you shocked? Students are doing that in schools. I have, like as I mentioned, I have been communicating with a lot of students across different countries, and the segments and the sentiments are same. Ramni sir, I don't know. I have seen a lot of 17 years students coming into different AWS events, sitting in 7th, 6th, 8th class, and they're working on Arduino, Raspberry Pi, IoT, and all those kind of stuff. Why is it so? You have to understand, right? You guys are in college. If the school students are doing that, you are the inspiration for them. Right? Now let's move on to understand a little bit about machine learning, what we provide on AWS. I won't be deep diving, right? This is just a segment for you to make a buzz about and understand, a basic understanding of it, right? I'm not going to show you hands-on experience and all those stuff. It's more about your homework now I'm going to give you, right? Take the pics of the slides, whatever you wish to, and do a homework after the event in your home. Try to read it, try to excel it, right? So you got some questions for Sambit, right? And I saw some of the responses and feedback on the backstage from all of you. I know that many of you might be wondering, sir, I'm in first year, which domain shall I select? How many of you have this question? I'm in first year, second year, third year, final year, I don't know what to do next. Yes or no? And that's what we are here for. We are here to give you the resources to get started with your career development. We are here, we are here to make you understand what is the scope of cloud, what is the understanding, how you can get grab of all, like AWS Cloud Club is there, I'm going to talk about it as well. You see all volunteers standing different corners in the auditorium. Right? Can you ask them, are you getting money from? No, right? We are not getting money from standing here, helping us out, cycling on these things. They are passionate about volunteering. They are passionate about all these extracurricular activity, what they are doing. Why they are doing? Because so that their colleagues, their peers, their classmates, like you all, can learn something. They are inviting all of us from different countries, cities, just to share back. Right? 5th August 2015, my director came to the auditorium. That was again orientation session going on, and he came to the mic and on the podium. How much money you give to the college? I'm not asking you. That's what he asked to us. Obviously, it might be 80,000 plus or something like that, right? So he mentioned if you divide 80,000, divide by number of the classes, number of the subject, number of the periods you have. For single subject, single period, single teacher, you are giving some around 100 or 150 rupees. Is this your money or parents' money? Parents' money, right? And who has the responsibility to use it nicely? Yours, right? There you go. We have to understand how we are utilizing our college time in such a way that we are coming out of the crowd. The same way, if the placement is going to happen in your college, the same way the students will be sitting in the auditorium. The company people will come, knock knock, we have some opportunity for you. What is the unique factor and the X factor in your resume? You're going to stand apart. And that's what we are here for. That's what these volunteers are doing. It's more about participation. It's more about volunteering. It's more about networking with different people so that you can learn something new. Yes or no? Yes. Can you learn something from reels? Can you learn something from movies? Who said yes? Sometimes yes. Biographies, movies, I love those. Depends upon the movie to movie. These are the aspects that you have to focus on. हो गया सर 12th ग्रेजुएट हो गए अब तो कॉलेज में मस्त मजे आएंगे रेड बुल पिएंगे फ्लाइंग करेंगे and all those kind of thing. That doesn't happen. The real struggle starts when you enter the first semester. Guys, back on the stage, please. Back. Yeah. So the real struggle starts when you start thinking, okay, I am in final year. My colleague and my peer has already get placed. I'm getting low enough about my marks, I'm getting low enough about my skills. Why not you can work from your first semester? Who is stopping you? Someone is stopping you? Right now, right? You have all the resources, you have all the components, or you have all the resources, getting started resources. These kinds of events are giving you. It's up to you. How are you going to use that? Okay. So, right, these are the different components which we talk about while we talk about machine learning. AI. How many of you heard about it? People have not heard about it? People are not raising hands? Don't you know about AI? Yes, sir. We don't have professor in the auditorium, so I can loudly say I can do ChatGPT and get my assignments done. That's where the difference comes. How you are using technology for the benefit of your own career. If you are copying pasting from Gen A, the professor is not so dumb that they can't recognize it. That you also know. Arey sir, chhodiye na, we will get some marks out of it. What to worry about it? That's about you. That's about your career, not about professors, not about the marks. AI, right? That helps us out to mimic, not replicate. Come back to the stage, it's fine. They're drinking water, let them do. So, it's more about mimic, not replicate the human intelligence. Right? You might have that question, Arey sir, you don't know AI gonna replace humans. How many of you believe on this? How many of you believe on this, AI gonna replace humans? Okay, that's homework for you to research. I can see one hand in the back as well. Coming to the second part, machine learning. Machine learning is the subset of AI. That's where we understand, we put something in, input some data, input some patterns, and that's where the learning of the model starts from. How many of you know about machine learning? How many of you have had hands-on on machine learning? You guys can take a look on the auditorium right now, the people who have raised their hands. This is the count you guys are. You can understand how many of you are ahead of your career planning, how many of you are back. I'm not saying go ahead and search, go ahead and prepare yourself for machine learning. I'm not saying that. I'm saying choose the career which is beneficial for you. ठीक है सर, peer pressure से आगे बीटेक में, बैचलर्स में, मास्टर्स में, पेरेंट्स ने कहा था चलो कुछ कर लेते हैं, इंजीनियर बनने जा रहे हैं सर. Now you are inside engineering degree. That's up to you how you're going to utilize it. Right? You guys, like, I will share my social media handles in the last so you can recognize. Since my 12th grade, since my 11th grade, I have been working on to find some real world problem statement around me, and I've converted those into research papers and patents. Right? Let me do a time check, otherwise people are going to kill me. Khuspus musum mat karo, mere se baat karo. I am standing here, talk with me, okay? Now, back to the topic. So, while I was in my 12th grade, I have a lot of stories to share with you so that you become embarrassed. Sorry, I'm kidding. I'm just making you to inspire to understand what are the things happening in the market. And you guys still limited to your college curriculum, you're still limited. I'm not saying though, eliminate curriculum. चलो सर सब कुछ बैग वैग फेंकते हैं, प्रोफेसर को बोलते हैं हम नहीं कर रहे, हम नहीं आ रहे, ड्रॉप आउट कर रहे. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying how are you going to connect your academic curriculum to solve the real world problems. In my 12th grade, guys on the back, thank you. Be on the stage here. And we have traveled a long way to make you understand something. Take out of it. It's a free registration event, right? We didn't charge you. So can you understand the importance of it? Why didn't we didn't charge you? Because we know all the things are available on internet. We are here to share our personal experience, and that's what I'm saying right now. I am not a reel of 30 seconds. I am a real person standing in front of you for 40 minutes. So concentrate. Okay? Now, while I was in my 12th grade, I published my first research paper, and a lot of like PhD scholars from Nigeria, Japan, China were sitting in the audience. Me as a 12th grade, I was just doing like this, and I was presenting my paper on robotics in 12th grade. Then I got in my first semester, I got to learn, yeah, something is missing. I'm going to publish. I loved writing research papers and articles on LinkedIn and different media, newspapers and all other stuff. On my personal level, on AWS level as well. The things what you're going to learn, right, is what you have to share back. When I was at your age, when I was in my school days, when I was in my college days, no one was like me or Sambit or Stephen or Chirag came into my college to guide us. While I am the professional now in AWS, this is my responsibility to share back. Because the challenges which we face, you should not face. Are you getting the impact what we are trying to make here? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feel free to enjoy that. Feel free to take full advantage of us here. Okay? Now, while I go into the, let's talk about this. I know like the slides, machine learning, AI, every one of you know about that, right? We will cover a few aspects. Few slides are left. I'm going to take one more story to you so that you understand how to use your bachelor's and master's nicely. So, I got in Indore University, Delhi, where I've been graduated from. So I have to go to another college to give my semester examination. How many of you know about Kashmiri Gate in Delhi? That's a junction point of the Delhi capital where you can get the buses for across different states. I visited Kashmiri Gate at 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm from Sonipat, Haryana. I need to get a bus of 40 rupees paper ticket. 40 rupees paper ticket cash to go back to my home. It's going to take around 1 hour something. I entered the bus station at 5. I got the ticket at 7. It was 2017. 2014 Digital India was launched. I, as an upcoming engineer, computer science engineer, I was thinking, yeah, what is missing? How we can digitalize this platform? Then I connected my networking concept. I connected my fingerprint project, which I did in my first year. I thought, let's do this. Let's make ATC, Aadhaar Transport Card. I developed the prototype. I presented it in front of my director and deputy director of my college. They loved it. They supported me to convert it into a patent rather than a research paper. Right now that patent is under examination phase. Where the problem statement came? GitHub? No, right? That was the problem statement which I saw in front of my eyes. I can put fingerprint sensors on each ticket counter, right? I can get my Aadhaar database backend on the fingerprint sensor and I will get the things done. Digitalized. UPI is there. I can integrate that with my solution. That's what I'm trying to say. You come to college, you take your classes, you go back, and you go back to your home. What are the problem statements which you see along the way? That is what we have to focus on. And that is where different services which we provide on AWS can help you out to get started. Now you will be asking, sir, ठीक है, AWS Cloud हो गया, बहुत कुछ हो गया. Now tell us what to get started with. Let's move on. So, if you see the snips on the slide, machine learning innovation is in Amazon DNA. All the aspects of your package, how many of you order from Amazon? Every one of us, right? You get delivery packages, right? All these being tracked on cloud. Using machine learning. We analyze your product buying nature. If you buy some, not a dog obviously, that's a Shoppies. So if you buy a Shoppies for your table, if you buy that on one day, the other week we will recommend you a better product. What we are using here? Machine learning, right? We know all that. But how it is working, do you know that? And that is what we have to learn. That is what we have to learn. The second, so all the packages are being packed using robotics, using machine learning, all the sanitization of the database, all kind of storage of the database, connecting the customer IDs, all those things are happening using machine learning, data analytics and all the stuff. Third one, how many of you know Alexa? Right? You might say, hey Alexa, I want to go to SCD Indore. Can you please guide me on Google Map? Right? Many cars have integrated Alexa with their car models. That's where machine learning is using. That's where AI is being used. The last one, just walk out. I'm not sure in India we do have those, but outside India we do have just walk out kiosks of AWS, Amazon, where we actually use technology. How many of you know about Dizzy Yatra? How many of you know that? Dizzy Yatra? On the airport we have Dizzy Yatra. That's one of the customers of AWS. So the face recognition, all those kind of process which you are doing, it's actually on AWS. The sense of understanding, if you are interested to play games, if you want to become a game developer, you have to understand how the game has been developed. And that's where the learning starts. Are you with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So that's what I was talking about, right? We use machine learning to provide you new products, enhance your customer experience, and augment human ingenuity so that we understand, the model understand that what kind of products you need. So that's the services, and we have a lot of other coming, already up services in machine learning. We have Bedrock. How many of you heard about Bedrock? SageMaker? I just told you about SageMaker. Well, come on guys, you are not attentive. How many of you know about SageMaker? I just told you, right? It's a service where we have training models and testing data, right? We can put our own model, we can export it, we can import it to another machine learning platform as well. Sir, all good. How to get started with machine learning or AWS? AWS, I will come. Machine learning, you can take a photo of this if you wanna, right? If you can do that. I should hear the click voice rather than your on voice. All good? Arey, kya baat hai. That's the energy which we need. So, moving on. This is the AI. This is the AI use case explorer. You can understand what are the different business and industries, what are the different use cases of customers, how they are using AI. Guys, back on the stage, please put your phones in the inside. You have already taken the pic. Thank you. So, sir, how can we get involved? We see all these volunteers, nice volunteers, arranging water bottles, arranging these auditorium permissions, arranging our hospitality from A to Z. They've done a lot. They have arranged good seats for you to sit here, to enjoy these sessions. Right? How to get involved in those things. How to get involved to learn about cloud. How to learn about AWS. And the answer lies on this platform first, and then we will talk a little bit more about AWS Cloud Clubs. Okay? A little time check. Obviously, we don't want to miss our flights. The Student Hub. You see the website on the bottom, s12d.com/students, right? I don't know. Stephen wore a t-shirt yesterday which was having web URL on the back, but right now he's a real Indian in today's event wearing kurta. So you can take a photo of this if you want. It's s12.com/student. So that's a hub where you can explore different workshops on compute services, EC2, S3, VPC, security group, all these kind of basic concepts in AWS. We will come to this. These are the different events which you can participate in. We have a community. You see this featured space and community programs? That's where you can go and interact with the AWS heroes, AWS experts, who are non-AWS employees, like who are not part of AWS, but they are expert because they have learned AWS from this platform. And that's another chance for you. We want to see AWS heroes out of you. We want to see that you are expert and you have grabbed the certification as much as possible from AWS. Right? Let's talk about AWS Cloud Club. So, the volunteers which you see here standing, right, and they are helping us out, they all are wearing some ID cards, right? You are also wearing ID cards. You have a logo on AWS Cloud Club, right? Now, that's a homework for you after the event. Obviously, you can talk with them after the event. You can check with them, how can I volunteer for this event next? They will let you know how to become the member of your own Cloud Club, whatever college you are part of. So what are Cloud Clubs? These are the different clubs in different colleges across. Right now, the count, if I remember from meetup.com, it was around 36 plus countries. So 36 plus countries, different colleges, engineering colleges who are interested in cloud, or different non-engineering colleges as well who want to train their students on cloud. They have grabbed this opportunity to open Cloud Club in their colleges. And that's not a college level, like only the college level club. It's an international. You know about AWS, right? We know how much growth, how much expenditure, how much expend level of AWS is. I just explained you. How many reasons we have? 34 reasons. You are going to become a part of that club, which is international. You are going to become of that club, which is going to help you out to learn about cloud from the scratch to the advanced. Okay? So these are all captains. So everyone who starts, or the student who nominates themselves to start Cloud Club in their colleges. Those are called as captains, these students. These are all student-oriented programs. Faculties are obviously there, directors are already there. Every faculty and management is there from college to support in arranging the resources. Right? Now, what are the benefits of captains and members? Sir, I want to do AWS certification and training. Can you please help with the vouchers? I'm not so much rich. So can I have some vouchers or something? Yes. Once you become a member, if you do some workshops and camps, we provide those vouchers to the Cloud Club's captains and they spread among the members. We give you support on the AWS credits. AWS credits are the credits which you can use on the AWS Cloud Platform, on the console, so that you can innovate, so that you can explore all the services. Are you all with me? Yes. Awesome. Nice to see that. Next we have, obviously, if you need swags, professional coaching, we are here from AWS. We are training you, right? We are letting you know about new information. If you are fully trained, great. We will have networking session during lunch. Feel free to interact with each other. Feel free to interact with us. We are here to share as much as knowledge we can. So, sir, I want to acquire certification. What to do? So these are the things what we have. So this is called as AWS.training portal, where you can get to know about different free courses, where you can get to know about certifications, where you can get to know about different aspects of AWS services related trainings. Okay, I won't go into the details, but let's understand this main slide. Right? So we have 4 types of AWS certifications. We have the foundational one. You don't know about cloud, go with foundational. Sir, I don't know about AI. Can you go with AI certification? Yes, we recently launched AI Practitioner Foundational Certification. Feel free to get trained on AWS training. Feel free to get trained from AWS Cloud Club's activities which are happening in your college, month-wise, weekly-wise, quarter-wise. Start participating. Once you start participating, you will learn. Right? Moving on, if you have a little experience with 2 years, you can, like, if you have a little experience of cloud, and then you can go with associate examinations. And then we have machine learning associate, machine learning engineer associate, beta version of certification which we recently launched. You can do that. We have professional certifications. If you are having 2 years of industry experience, go with that. If you have more than, like, you want to get specialized in machine learning. Sir, ऐसा कुछ बता दो, मतलब expert बन जाओ मैं machine learning. That is specialty certification. Okay? You guys are familiar with Hindi, right? Yes. Awesome. Okay. So that's pretty much from my side. I think I was on the count. Yeah. Go ahead. You guys are so proactive. Go ahead and scan the QR code. Meanwhile, we'll open the floor for the questions. How much time we have? 6 minutes, right? Okay. 3:40, right? 40 minutes. Okay. Oh, sorry. Scan the QR code. And feel free to share your feedback about the session. We will have a feedback with the event as well in the last. Now the floor is open for any questions. What happened? Huh? It's not working. How many got it working? Raise your hand. See? Acha. Oh, sorry. Dabba nahi bolte usko. Okay, let me see if I can get that done. Hold on. Meanwhile, I'm setting these things. Do you have any questions? Okay, can we have the mic passed to that person? Do we have a mic there in the audience? Do we have a mic there? Yeah. Okay, fine. Maybe. Okay, the answer to that is AWS Cloud Club. Go ahead and participate in the events happening there. You will be able to understand what are the skills and the answer to your question. Okay? I'll be quick enough because the time is running out of it. Right? We will obviously connect with other questions on my LinkedIn profile. You can just Google my name. You can see Ramneet Kalra. So you can find out. There was a girl who was asking a question. Yeah, go ahead. In my placements or in my undergrad? In my undergrad? Okay, thank you. So, one of the unforgettable, Stephen, can I take 1 minute more?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. So, back on the stage. So, while I was in my first week of my college, I get into my library to get a library card. I saw a professor lady who was writing pen and paper on the register slowly. I wasted my 2 hours to get my library card. I was so frustrated, I went to my librarian, sir, don't we have a software where I can enter my roll number and get my library card scanned out, right? Print it out. He was like, no, we don't have. I was like, okay, I know Java MySQL from my 11, 12. Can I build one for college? He was like, yeah, go ahead. And that's where I developed a software, worked for first semester for 6 months to develop a software for my college library and deployed it successfully. That was one. The second, because of this, a lot of faculties across my college got to know about that. Someone is there in the college who can develop software. That's me. And the HOD, Head of Department of Electronics Department, called me in my 3rd year, in Feb 2017. He said, come to the 3rd floor because I was on 1st floor giving my examination. Once your examination is done, he was handing over the phone to me. I was like, sir, who's that on the phone? He was like, he's the Director of Engineering Department in AIR. How many of you heard about AIR? AIR FM Gold, All India Radio, our government broadcasting company. I got the Director of Engineering Department of AIR on the phone. That was unforgettable event for me. Then he mentions, Ramnik, we need some student who can develop a software for accounts department. I was like, okay. It was fab. I went to their office. I was sat with the director on the sofa. He was having lunch. He was sharing the cut apple with me. I was like, wow. Being a 3rd year student, I'm sharing a sofa and eating apples with him in an AIR official government office. Then we discussed about it. Within 6 months, Feb to June or July 2017, I developed a software for them. That's obviously, you are in 3rd year and you are developing a software for a real world problem which is part of the government of India. These are all opportunities which you have to create yourself. And that is what we are here for. Cloud clubs, AWS trainings, all kind of reels and movies and all that doesn't take you anywhere. Learn the real stuff which is required for you to get industry ready. With that, thank you so much and over to the anchors.
Thank you, Mr. Ramneek Kalra, for the amazing talk. I would like to invite Captain Akash from VIT Bhopal to facilitate Mr. Ramneek Kalra.